Introduction theme bit to the show behind again, but that's how it goes. JTAKRAOSPE12. Number 12, fours 35 and 36. Also, the present. More on that earlier. Oh yes, and Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. I just wanted to say that. Force 35, the 35th episode, we begin with Razor Ramon Sumitani hosting a radio show and of course going, whoo! But it's not really him, it's Fjorsengard's friend, J.K. Rowling, famed author and secret femi Japanese schoolboy. Or is it? For as we all know, J.K. Rowling paints his fingernails on only one hand. But this mystery host has his other hand painted. So, alternate universe evil clone, I assume? Got it. J.K. Scowling. And as J.K. Scowling plays the dread crappy song of the nigger realm he hails from, boring douchebag is informing Team Fjorsengard that space energy is being active around the space school where space monsters and space heroes constantly hang out. Bored with that information, Fjorsengard acts overconfident that his hubris might take the plot somewhere less redundant. Hey, I can beat those monsters like what? God himself cannot smack down the spaceman. And so forth. Either wanting to immediately move past that or save it for the third act, the team ponders on the mysterious J.K. Scowling and who that mysterious DJ with their supposed friend's voice and mannerisms could possibly be. They ask said supposed friend, J.K. Rowling, who it could be. He tells them he has no idea except that it's him, but Team Fjorsengard stops listening around the time he opens his mouth. The show seems to have stopped listening as well since we hastily changed scenes to this week's monster. He's not attacking things so much as randomly playing guitar while shouting, "Yay!" and "Come on!" So I'll call him Terry Bogard, and maybe retroactively change that to "Yay!" and "Come on!" Terry changes to his human form to reveal holy crap, it's another one. Intro sequence giving time to let Terry Bogard's human form's chocolate ice cream hair sink in. We slide back to J.K. Scowling's radio show. Scowling takes a call from Terry Bogard who requests foreshadowing and "I meet up later in the episode." And fearing that wackiness levels have gotten dangerously low, Team Fjorsengard pulls out their best hijinks on the moon. You see, they want to start a band, but Donna Troy doesn't care for the kids today when their J-rockin' noise make 'em a jiggers. Excitable Girl then reminds Team Fjorsengard about the mysterious call on the radio show, probably leading up to a space monster appearance, so they all figure they should probably check that out. And as Team Fjorsengard pats themselves on the back for having a reason to know where the villain will be for once, J.K. Rowling heads ahead of them to that locale, which is a guitar shop, wherein Rowling's old friend Terry Bogard encourages a clawful pun and outright turns into a space monster, freaking out no one because the shop is empty because who the fuck plays a guitar in Japan? Oh, but he's not gonna attack or anything. Terry Bogard just turned into a space monster to inspire J.K. Rowling to sing along with this crappy guitar playing, and Rowling obliges for nostalgia of his punk rock days to learn he now has the singing voice of one of the half-dozen men who sings every opening to every single Japanese cartoon. Unfortunately, such a voice naturally summons Fjorsengard and his friends to fight the monster of the Ark, and J.K. Rowling immediately sells out his friends, telling Fjorsengard to murder the monster who was definitely up to evil stuff and not just playing guitar in a guitar shop. So Fjorsengard kicks Terry's ass, but then J.K. Rowling has a change of heart. He trips up Fjorsengard. To remind you, Fjorsengard is weak against girls, so that kind of makes sense. And Donna Troy steps up to finish the job. He can't, of course, since the ever-off-screen Orko is there to teleport Terry to wherever the hell villains run to. Panstropolis, we'll say. And we see afterwards that Terry's crappy guitar playing has the power to make space monsters' space switches glow, and Orko thinks that's neat. Vincent Vega reveals that perhaps the power can be used to find the core space switch, and Orko asks what the hell that means, but Vega tells him he's not hardcore, so he wouldn't understand. Meanwhile, later, J.K. Rowling is in Spacey Space High long after it's been closed for the day. They just don't lock the doors, so Fjorsengard's there too. And he's still pretty sick of the attention not being on him, so he tries to bring closure to J.K. Rowling's arc by calling him out as the mystery radio host. Rowling explains that it isn't quite him, though, but a dark facet of himself known only as J.K. Scowling, who once had to give up his dreams of being a J-rock star, I guess when he was like 10. His hopes and dreams forever crushed, J.K. Rowling was forced to stroke his bruised alter ego by starting a radio show wherein he might bolster his confidence with the sound of his own voice. Unrelatable, who would do something like that? But that's his motivation and he's sticking to it, even inviting this arc's space monster to play on his radio show in the very next scene. Unexpectedly, the evil space music they make is evil, causing listeners to go crazy and or think they can start a band. Excitable Girl, Boring Douchebag, and Lucy are among the victims, so they sing a song that's a lot better than I think they were going for, but despite her rather foreknowing the show was hosted by his friend, Fjersengard stopped listening. So he's fine and dandy, except for the hole in his heart, I'm sure. And he goes to turn J.K. Scowling's frown downer by kicking his ass. Peeing his pants upon Fjersengard's arrival, J.K. Scowling asks Fjersengard, "How did you know where I live, even though we're close friends?" And Donna Troy, who's also there, explains, "We were stalking you with the chicken nugget robots." Except he calls the chicken nugget robots Nuggegroika because he thinks he's foreign. The two riders fight Terry Bogard, but Fjersengard's held up once again by J.K.'s Scowling, who wants to be evil now because he's been thinking about his future and it seems that do-gooder derivatives are down. So Fjersengard tells Scowling to fuck himself, causing his friendship-powered friendship suit to malfunction somehow, almost as if it was powered by friendship. Of course, Fjersengard didn't think that was really how it worked, so his confusion leads us to the next episode.